If you need money and want to earn even more, there is a job in China for you. It doesn't require any talent or experience. As long as you are a foreigner with the appropriate skin color, the Chinese people will promote you as a top model or a successful Western entrepreneur. Don't worry if you don't know how to play a musical instrument. You can pretend to be a guitarist in a band that is famous in the United States, or simply sit still to enhance the international character of a real estate project that needs to be sold off. The white monkey job in China is very diverse, depending on the job seeker's willingness to sell their image or even their own dignity. The white monkey job can be summarized in one simple sentence: lying for money.
All the West are hoping to do is to stop the rise of China.
And this is the big reason why Western media is always attacking China.
A genocide, they say, a genocide. There is no proof of genocide.
It's totally normal here.
Maybe it was America first to infect the world with coronavirus.
White monkey job refers to the phenomenon of white foreigners or expatriates in China being sought after and hired as models, for advertising, teaching English, or other jobs. Searching for the term white monkey in the dictionary yields no Chinese articles, only English, Indonesian, and Russian. The Russian version is written in great detail because many white monkeys come from Russia and Eastern Europe. Most of them come to China on student visas to study Chinese but never attend classes, while others are backpackers in need of money for travel. White monkeys from Eastern Europe are believed to be more easygoing and less demanding than Western Europeans or Americans. They are willing to perform ridiculous tricks or even participate in lewd events to earn $100 to $200 per show. Over time, the concept of white monkeys has expanded significantly. Initially, it only referred to simple jobs, called monkey shows. Because these models referred to themselves as white monkeys, that's how they felt when performing, just like the monkeys in a zoo, displayed for people to admire and take photos of. Later on, white monkeys' jobs evolved to a more sophisticated level. This includes all Westerners working in China or even those residing in their home countries, as long as they advocate the views of the Chinese Communist Party. As long as it's for the sake of money, being white is not necessary. In order to earn more money, some are even willing to become spies or agents of the Chinese Communist Party. White monkey tier 1, selling yourself cheap.
你现在在中国，中华美食这么多，这么好吃，你还吃什么妖怪餐？要吃健康一点儿。This is your life.
In China, on one side, there is extreme nationalism that can easily be provoked into anti-foreign sentiment.
我们中国强大，咱们中国加油加油加油！中国最强大。
On the other side, there is a fascination with foreign cultures, always associating things from the West with prosperity and class. Understanding this characteristic, investors and talent agents have sought to hire white monkeys to make business transactions more appealing to the Chinese. The problem does not only lie with these Westerners who easily discard their own dignity for money, which certainly has a lot of white monkeys working seriously and hard in real China. It is the Chinese who give drunk backpackers foreign professorships and doctorates with salaries higher than domestic Chinese. Silent singers just blink their lips and sway to the music pretending they're feeling the music. Awkward musicians, and clumsy dancers who perform some incomprehensible moves, get paid double the salary compared to their Chinese counterparts in the same band. It's okay as long as they are white, every action they take becomes classy. Chinese people want white people to be as white as possible. Blonde girls, blue eyes, moon-faced and cute, and rugged, muscular Western men. As long as they meet these criteria, they naturally have a simple, high-paying job in China. Many companies and organizations even hire white people to pretend to be employees, partners, or celebrities to gain credibility or simply to create an atmosphere of international class. For example, this is a promotional event for vegetables grown in a greenhouse organized by the Propaganda Department of Jialing District, an urban district in Xi'an, Shaanxi Province. along with the activity called Foreign Internet Celebrities Decoding Happiness in Jailing District, which was broadcast live. These foreign internet celebrities later joined the villagers in dancing to promote the sale of celery, cucumbers, and peppers. The common purpose is to show the world how beautiful and happy China is through the real experience of foreigners for a more objective perspective. White monkeys also participate in events such as the opening of new buildings or infrastructure to attract potential customers. They play various roles such as CEOs, architects, or designers. There was even a man who was introduced as a representative of Obama at the opening ceremony of a complex, suggesting a fantastic new development that attracted the attention of former President Obama. The organizing committee even planned to forge evidence of his affiliation with the U.S. State Department. In advertising and marketing activities, white monkeys are paid higher fees for their acting abilities. They also have different levels, such as making Chinese people feel reassured about the safety and cleanliness of fruits and vegetables, given the numerous scandals involving harmful food additives like melamine in milk or recycled cooking oil. For example, a man named Richard with a claimed British accent created a lot of curiosity on social media. No one is sure where he really comes from. Some people jokingly say he comes from a remote location in some undiscovered part of France or other imaginary places. He is even nicknamed the Ginger Boss, representing a black garlic company. There's also a fake engineer from Neodentech whose voice actor was replaced by a strange robotic voice, probably due to the mismatch between the actor's voice and the character.
I assure. Yeah, now you can imagine how greatly the efficiency is improved.
But the absolute pinnacle of fame is this man. The representative face of the leading Chinese bedding brand, Daruchi. The popularity of his face is astonishing, not only in China but also in Australia, where people have complained about the chilling gaze haunting them from Daruchi's larger-than-life advertisements. It seems like he is everywhere, whether it's at airports in Sydney or Melbourne. The story goes that many years ago, a budget bedding brand came up with an idea to elevate its product's international appeal. They found this man, who is not actually Mr. Daruchi, at an English language center somewhere in Shenzhen. Now, this man, with a cigarette in his mouth, represents the global sleep culture of the Chinese mattress company, without receiving a single penny for the ubiquitous presence of his image. The white monkey business in the acting industry has even higher levels that gather world-renowned faces. In Chinese films, we often see foreign actors playing foolish, inferior, and all-around incompetent antagonists, with the aim of highlighting the heroic Chinese protagonists and excessively boosting national pride.
You, what's your best skill? Oh, you don't know English, you idiot.
What did you see?
Oh, you understand English, huh? I said, what's your best skill, little man?
So, dare you compete with me?
Whatever! Come on, man.
See? Are you convinced?
This doesn't count.
What do you want?
Now let's turn back to the real estate market in China, which is a fertile ground for white monkey jobs. In the early years of the millennium, up to 70% of household assets in China were tied to real estate, and the majority of real estate was controlled by the wealthy. Naturally, many apartments were left vacant, and foreigners were hired to live in fake cities, leading fake lives, for potential Chinese customers to look at and dream of. In the documentary film Dream Empire in China by director David Borenstein, there is a scene following homebuyers who believe they have purchased property in a future booming globalized neighborhood. However, they are disappointed to find that it is a ghost city with no signs of life. In the film, a talent agent specializing in human hunting reveals that in cases where clients cannot afford the high fees of hiring white individuals for advertising purposes, she advises using individuals of black race, as they are known for their open-mindedness. This option provides an affordable price while still creating an international atmosphere. Indians are also a reasonable choice, as their pricing is similar to that of black individuals. Over time, they are collectively referred to as white monkeys, though they are considered lower tier. black individuals are sometimes used in stories to highlight the generosity of the Chinese towards the impoverished or to promote Chinese nationalism.
这个是啥子玩意呀？我才喜欢这个，我是放在我的口袋里面了。那这个呢？我不要，我不。
White Monkeys Tier 2, Lying for Money. Everything seems to be changing, and the low-level white monkey jobs have gradually become a thing of the past in recent years. More and more illegal foreign models are having their visas cancelled or being deported. Meanwhile, extreme nationalist sentiments among the Chinese people are rising, and the tightened control policies of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, have made it more difficult for traditional white monkey contracts to be easily fulfilled. However, it appears to be the right time for the rise of higher-level white monkeys. Many white monkeys now hide under the guise of bloggers, YouTubers, or social media influencers to share their experiences in China. In reality, they are being paid to deceive and spread propaganda for the CCP. They can travel all over China to shoot videos about prosperity, lavish wealth in China. They are hired to advertise for a tourist destination, share about the beauty of culture, people, etc., with the general purpose of promoting China as a beautiful and livable country. Meanwhile, in reality, under the hands of the Chinese Communist Party, the natural resources of this country have long been destroyed. China is one of the world's leading countries in environmental pollution, with rampant toxic food. According to reports, 2 million Chinese people are diagnosed with cancer each year. What this country vigorously promotes and propagates to the outside world about a beautiful China is nothing but deception. Some of them become mouthpieces for the CCP, countering the investigations conducted by the media into the CCP's crimes. We are all aware of the ongoing genocide of the Uyghur people, forced organ harvesting from practitioners of Falun Gong, oppression in Tibet, persecution of Christians, and numerous other human rights violations in China. There's ample evidence to support these facts. However, these white monkeys only need to take a short stroll, shoot some videos in which they claim to have been in Xinjiang and witnessed the peaceful lives of the Uyghur people, or deny any knowledge of Falun Gong-related organ harvesting or other crimes. These videos will then be heavily promoted, rapidly gaining views and spreading worldwide with the assistance of the CCP's army of online commentators and the Little Pink Brigade. The words spoken by these foreign individuals sharing their supposed first-hand experiences may sound honest and objective, but in reality, they are mere puppets manipulated by the CCP. These individuals go even further by blatantly lying about the origins of the COVID-19 pandemic. As we know, the U.S. Department of Energy recently concluded that COVID-19 likely originated from a laboratory leak in China. The United States has also passed legislation to investigate the origins of COVID-19 in China. These white monkeys will divert public opinion by spreading the claim that the coronavirus could have originated from the United States and openly supporting the CCP's defense.
Maybe it was America first to infect the world with coronavirus.
The reality is that China is one of the least free countries according to freedomhouse.org, scoring only 9 out of 100. The country ranks poorly in terms of press freedom, ranking 175 out of 180, and religious freedom is also among the lowest, with numerous human rights violations. In order to avoid international condemnation, the CCP hires a large number of white monkeys from around the world to praise and claim that China also has democracy, which is ridiculous and blatantly false.
Chinese democracy is something that I've come to understand as my time in China goes by. China's pursuit of democracy is closer to the original principle than in many other countries.
To make matters worse, they even sing the Chinese national anthem and call for abandoning the United States in favor of China. They sing praises of the CCP, support its territorial ambitions, and claim that Taiwan belongs to China. In 2021, the world was in an uproar when professional wrestler John Cena had to apologize in Mandarin because he mistakenly referred to Taiwan as a country. Many netizens mocked this action, and as a result, John Cena was called John China by some people. Some foreign actors and directors in the film industry, in order to make money in this lucrative land, are willing to appease the demands of the CCP to avoid being banned. Last year, the movie Uncharted faced international condemnation and was banned in several countries for featuring the inclusion of the 9-line map, which supports the aggressive territorial ambitions of the CCP in the South China Sea. Not only this film but many other movies have also been criticized for openly endorsing the territorial violations of the CCP. White Monkey Tier 3, selling souls to the Chinese Communist Party. Do you believe that you can sell your soul to the Chinese Communist Party in exchange for a large sum of money? At this level, they can no longer be called white monkeys. These individuals no longer need to publicly disclose their identity or show support for the CCP. They can be anyone, living anywhere, such as students, employees, engineers, or even government officials from lower to higher ranks, leading double lives. On one hand, they carry out their normal activities, and on the other hand, they secretly work and receive money from the CCP. This type of espionage is very dangerous because it is difficult to detect. In July of last year, during a joint intelligence conference between the United States and the United Kingdom in London, MI5 Director Ken McCallum and FBI Director Christopher Wray both recognized the explosive growth of secret CCP espionage activities as a significant threat to the world. These spies infiltrate every field to steal intellectual property, national secrets, and manipulate politics. As a result, the CCP's espionage network has rapidly and powerfully expanded not only within China but also globally, becoming increasingly sophisticated and dangerous. The world awakening to the threat of the CCP. In 2011, when former White House advisor Peter Navarro and Professor Greg Autry released the book Death by China, they clearly warned of the threats posed by the CCP to global economic stability and world peace. China continuously employed tactics to develop its economy, steal technology, and become increasingly powerful, aiming to dominate the world. However, at that time, the United States and people around the world were relatively indifferent. It was only when former President Donald Trump took office in the White House in 2016 that a new world order began to take shape. President Trump differed from previous U.S. presidents by being the first to directly confront the CCP. He built an administration with individuals who held strong views against China and initiated a trade war to demand fairness for an exploited America. Essentially, it was a declaration of war between the free world and communism. President Trump's administration not only focused on economic measures but also openly condemned the true nature of the CCP, while exerting pressure on human rights issues such as the oppression of Uyghurs, practitioners of Falun Gong, and other issues related to Taiwan, Hong Kong, and the South China Sea. Today, people and countries around the world are increasingly aware of the danger posed by the Chinese Communist Party. For a long time, the CCP has been expanding its power, threatening the security and freedom of the world. One of the main reasons why people and countries around the world need to awaken and condemn the Chinese Communist Party is its serious human rights violations. The CCP has engaged in brutal repression to control and suppress any dissenting opinions, freedom of speech, and religious freedom. Chinese citizens are restricted in their individual freedoms, and those who dare to struggle for democratic freedoms are often arrested, tortured, and unjustly sentenced. Furthermore, China is notorious for intellectual property theft. The Chinese Communist Party has carried out large-scale campaigns to steal technology and business information from other countries. This not only causes significant harm to the attacked companies and nations but also negatively impacts fair competition and innovation in the international market. China's intellectual property theft has resulted in the loss of research investments and efforts from many countries around the world. If every citizen in the world continues to remain silent, the Chinese Communist Party will become more aggressive and ruthless. As it grows stronger, it will be able to manipulate and interfere with the policies, culture, and economy of other countries. As witnessed in many cases, China has imposed pressure and sanctions on countries it perceives as threats to its own interests. This threatens the sovereignty and freedom of those countries and contributes to global imbalance and instability. Your feedback is essential to us, and we're eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. Feel free to express your opinions by leaving a comment in the section below. Don't forget to show your support by liking this post and subscribing to our channel for more compelling content from China Truths. We value your engagement and look forward to sharing more fascinating discussions with you in the future.